Hello, this is Alex Kapitanakis, and I'm with Atlas Group again. I wanted to talk to you about something that has come up that is very, very pertinent to what's happening in the world today. And I want to focus on I've talked about this in a different video, but this is something that goes directly from the mouth and the source of the information. It's about the Great Reset and the World Economic Fórum. The World Economic Fórum has been pretty much behind a lot of the things that we are seeing happening to us today. The World Economic Fórum is led by Klaus Schwab. And Klaus Schwab is a guy who has, if you can picture a Bond villain, as you couldn't get a better character than this guy. This guy is basically putting together a group of people around the world, and he has taken control over the economy and politics like we've never seen before. And before people start saying that I'm a conspiracy theorist, I want to talk to you about where I get this information. It's coming from him. This is directly coming from the source of the information. And when you think about what just happened in Canada and how the Canadian government has begun to take over people's bank accounts and gone over people's rights to use their money as they see fit, and you realize that the people that are in Canada are directly involved with the World Economic Fórum and what Klaus Schwab is saying and doing, you will see it in a different perspective. Klaus Schwab has written a book. He's written a book that talks about the great narrative, the Great Reset. It's called The Great Narrative and the Great Reset. And he lays out everything that he wants to do. And in that book, he calls himself and the people that he has around him and working for him the credentialed elite. And he talks about the technocrats that are so important to what he's doing. And one of the things that he talks about specifically are the people that he is creating a system to propagandize what he wants to do to the world between now and the next 10 years. And these are handpicked people that work for the news, that work for publishers, and their jobs are to push this propaganda all the way through to make sure that you like it and you accept it. And what is it that, and he calls it a call to action. And again, I'm going by what he's written, and this is what you need to understand. This is not something that I'm making up. This is something that you can look up. He's got a book. And by the way, the World Economic Fórum has been bragging about how you're going to own nothing and you'll like it. This is something that's happening right now. And one of the things that he is actually propounding and pushing is that they're going to push the idea that you will not have the ability to have gasoline and energy the way you've been used to. And they are actually pushing this. You ask yourselves, why have we decided all of a sudden to kill our gas production? Why have we killed the oil production in the United States? Mr. Schwab is very clear. You are being taken into a direction to get used to the hardships of less oil, less energy, and part of that is going to be to get used to the loss of less food. And right out of his own book, he discusses this transition period where he will have, it's called an advent of a bioeconomy. And that bioeconomy is going to be geared towards making you get used to reliable energy. And by that, he means the energy that they have decided is the proper energy that they call green energy. And one of the things that you're going to have to live with because of that green energy is you're going to have to get used to eating alternative food. Alternative food he calls beans and bugs. Beans and bugs, right out of his book. This transition period is something that we're in the process of living through right now. Now, this great narrative in the book that he writes and sets it out, he brags about everything that he's doing. And in that book, he talks about how we need to expose evildoers, us, evildoers, the people that question him as conspiracy theorists and prolonging this anti-science bias. This is happening right now. This is out of his words. And how he's going to do that is through his propaganda and his attacks. And one of the one thing he finds to be the enemy of this plan that he has is the United States. The people who are believing that they're free, people who question authority, people who have the audacity to believe that the Bill of Rights is something that they can assert. This is something that he considers to be the group of people that he cannot take and that he has to take. He actually calls us rogue actors, and these are enemies of the plan. Now, you might say, what? It's one guy. It's one person. What do I care? This man is in charge of a political and economic agenda that controls politicians, it controls newspapers, and controls writers in those newspapers and TV news people. This is an organization that is controlling everything that's coming out in these few days, in these last months and these last few days. And this is something that's happening right now, and you can see it if you just watch the news and watch the events as they unfold. And one of the things that's going on right now is that the people that he's got in power are in the American Democratic administration right now. The people that are deciding why gas should be $5, $6 a gallon, those people work with him. The people in Canada work with him. This has all been done as a very intricate and well thought out plan. Their biggest mistake was that they said it too early. Their biggest mistake is they believed nobody was going to pay attention to it. But folks, this is it. This is what they're telling you. This is what's coming. And their biggest plan is to take control over what you spend and what you have. This is not crazy conspiracy thoughts. These are their admissions. And it's time that you stop looking at the world with normalcy bias and accept the fact that these things are coming if you don't take charge. If you don't take control, they're going to take control of you. If you don't take control, they'll take control of your bank account. If you don't take control, they'll take control of what you have saved, what you have in your business, what you have in your assets, in your collection of assets. They will take control. You either let them or you take it for yourself. The time is growing shorter and shorter. They have let you know, they have told you. I can tell you, normalcy bias is a dangerous thing. People in Ukraine, right before the very moment that the bombs started going off from the attack in Ukraine, did not believe that there would be an invasion. That's normalcy bias. You refuse to accept that something is going to happen. I'm here to tell you that this is not going to be life as we know it. You have got to take control. First thing you need to do is take action for what you own and what you have. Put stock in what you can control. One of those things is get into gold and silver. Get gold and silver. Convert money that they control through their central banks, put it in something that you have in your hands. First thing. The next thing you have to do is find a private offshore place to store it if you can do it. If you can do it, go offshore where you can have private, out of your jurisdiction storage for your wealth, for your gold and silver. I would recommend that you use Atlas Vaults in Panama, but go where you need to go. Look us up, come in and ask us, come in and visit and tour our area, but do something. Do something. Buy gold and silver. You can buy it through us, but buy gold and silver and put it away. You need to take action. Take action now because they're letting you know what they're going to do. Just like Putin was telling people what he was going to do, and nobody wanted to believe it. Nobody wanted to believe it because of normalcy bias. Don't let that happen. Take action. Get involved politically, get involved to stop this from happening. But before you do that, make sure that your assets, your freedom is safe. Take control of what you have. Don't put everything in the hands of these people. These people are telling you what they want to do. Look it up. Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Fórum, The Great Narrative. That's his book. He tells you everything he's going to do. Even the idea of the agenda of making you like to eat bugs. That's coming. That's why, by the way, that's why the left has been attacking the ranching industry. That's why they've been attacking the ability to eat meat, because they want to change the way you act. They want to change everything that you have been used to because you are a free person. This is something that you have to start doing for yourself. Research this because it's coming. Give us a call and let us help you. Thank you.